My name is Steven Amusala. I am the Chief Executive Officer at ADS Western, that is Anglican Development Services Western Limited. ADS Western operates in Western, that is the 4 counties of Kakamega, Bungoma, Busia, and Vihiga, and their environs. We have a coverage of 6 dioceses of the Anglican within Western, that is Maseno North, Mumias, Butere, Nambale, Katakwa, and Bungoma. ADS Western envisions a sustainable, holistic, and God-fearing society. And the aim of ADSW is to empower rural poor populations to achieve sustainable development. We then undertake projects, community development initiatives guided by 4 thematic areas. One is food and nutrition security, climate change, adaptation, mitigation and resilience, health and social protection, and we have governance and advocacy. I would say that in terms of our uniqueness, 3 things I would say. 1, we have a very strong local presence as a grassroots organization or an organization that operates at grassroots level primarily. 2, we leverage on our church and faith-based structure, and that is unique in the sense that then it gives us quite a huge platform for mobilization, but 2, for sustainability of initiatives. Our uniqueness is around approach to development, and essentially to say that we do a lot of participatory approach to development work. What is the development context in Western currently? I would say that we are grappling with quite a number of issues. 1 is the challenge of poverty. Kenya National Demographic Survey last year indicated that in Western, on average, we are still, having poverty indices of more than 42%. Yes, a drop from where we have been, but still quite an issue. We are struggling with climate change issues, and that's quite a big reality. Recently, across the country, we witnessed, flooding, and that is a reality here as well. In Busia, we have seen the siltation of Lake Victoria pulling back to displaced communities. And I mean, among many climate change issues. 3 is health. We're grappling with health issues. We're talking about prevalence of diseases like HIV and AIDS, non-communicable diseases, mental health cases and issues are quite on the rise. Gender-based violence is quite a big deal in Western. Again, the demographic health survey and statistics indicated that, for instance, Bungoma County had the highest cases of gender-based violence in the recent past, and that's a reality within the region. But also in terms of governance, still grappling with issues of inadequate social accountability within our region. And with that said, what would be some of the changes in development that we are observing? The development space is dynamic, never static, and in the recent, I would say maybe 4 things that we observe, or 5. One of the things that we have seen is our donors, the INGOs, are pushing towards localization, getting resources to as close to the people as possible. And that's significant for us as a grassroots organization, a grassroots mobilizing organization. And we ask ourselves, how have we strategized? How have we strengthened ourselves? And how have we positioned for this change? But 2 is the push towards consortiums, where it is, yes, an organization, but could they synergize so that it is 2 or 3 that are working together and to be able to achieve more. So consortiums are a big reality and something that's changing within the development space. 3, matching funds. At some point, our partners, funding partners, are saying that this much that is coming from this end, how much is coming from your end, and how much of a contribution, even if not financial resources, is coming from the communities. and that's a big reality as well, and a change. But also with it is the push towards the business case for the project and the interventions. The other thing is technology, and I think it's really post-COVID, there has been a lot of leverage on technology. I mean, where initially we would go for meetings, engagements, now we are finding ways of engaging a little more on these virtual platforms, and that's working. It's efficient, it's effective, and that's something that is quite out here. The other thing, inclusivity and the drive towards including minority groups. And that is quite a matter within this development space, and a big reality even for us faith-based organizations to grapple with, and that's something out here. What would be our next steps? I look at three things. One, I look at strengthening ourselves in terms of our capacity, thinking about our operations. I'm thinking about our systems. How do we strengthen our systems? I am thinking about strengthening our capacity even in terms of staffing, so that we are optimal in our engagements. The second thing around the future and the next steps is thinking broadly around the Anglican development space, and that when we talk about consortiums, how might we be able to come together, synergize together, and do a little more as ADSs, more than what we have been doing in the past. And so for me, that would be something we want to think about more and more together with our partners and prospective partners. But three is thinking very strongly around sustainability. ADS Western, for instance, we do have a vehicle. We call it a vehicle for investment, the ADS Western Region Investments Company. How do we strategize ourselves to be able to earn an income through this investment company to support our operations, but also to support our project work even as we move forward. For us, that's a big reality for the management and for the board of ADS Western. And so really it's such a joy for us to be able to meet once again as the larger family of ADS, together with our partners and all that we collaborate with, just to be able to reflect together. And I look forward to such a pleasant time during our symposium. Thank you.